Hello YouTube, Geniusinexile here. This is a video entry for BexaPreppers contest for the Country Living Grain Mill, and congratulations Bear on your 2-year anniversary. This is a contest for her existing subscribers, and I have been a long-time subscriber, well, almost 2 years. And I really hope y'all like this recipe. It's very versatile. It only uses 4 ingredients: butter, chicken bouillon, flour, and milk. And actually, even the chicken bouillon, you can leave that out, and I'll explain what I mean in just a minute. It's just a real simple recipe that you can take in about 50 different directions. So here, let's give this a start. Okay, so I've got my cast iron pan heating up. I've got some of my canned butter. Learned how to can butter from Bear, so here we go. And I'm going to add probably about 2 healthy teaspoons or tablespoons of butter. Because basically what I'm making is a basic bechamel base. Once they get nice and hot, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of flour. Okay. Let's turn the heat down. I just want to turn it up to get the butter melting, which doesn't take very long. Okay, it looks like I need 1 more tablespoon of butter. It's not an exact recipe, really. I usually wing it, so me trying to make it exact, yeah, it really kind of depends on how much you want to make. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of, get something less noisy, melting the butter and the flour together. I'm going to cook this for just a minute. And the reason why you want to cook it for just a minute, it changes the flour to where it's not so floury and gritty. I don't know if you've ever had any gravies or sauces where you can kind of tell there was flour in it. This is actually what eliminates that gritty feeling and that gritty texture. And then at this point, going to add a little bit of chicken bouillon. Now, I mentioned earlier that you can leave this out. The reason why I'm adding this now is because I'm making a gravy. Once you make the gravy, you can also add cheese to it and make a cheese sauce. You can leave it out and just have a white gravy. You can make this with whatever fat of whatever meat you're cooking. So it's actually really, really versatile. You can add some Parmesan cheese and make an Alfredo. The possibilities for this are actually pretty endless. What I like to do is I'll add milk and cream and add shredded cheese and beer and cut up sausages and have beer cheese soup, one of my hubby's favorites. I've got some powdered milk that I've mixed up. I've let it sit. I'm just going to give it a quick turn and pour that in. I think this is probably about 1.5 cups. Pour that in. Well, it's still a little lumpy. No biggie. Okay, turn the heat back up a little bit. Okay, at this point I'm going to switch back to the whisk. Sorry if it gets a little bit noisy. And you want to keep stirring. Don't walk away from this, because it will clump really fast and it'll burn really fast. Ask me how I know. If you want to make a nice sauce for this, for pasta, you can add dehydrated onions, garlic. I mean, seriously, this is the best base for anything you want to make that's creamy. I'll make some of this up and add some cheese and pour it over my macaroni and make a wonderful macaroni and cheese. I'll use this as a base and pour it over sausage and biscuits. The beer cheese soup, that's one of them. You can also go sweet on this. You can add sugar and vanilla and make a custard out of it. And then once it gets nice and thick, you can cool it off a little bit, temper some eggs into it, and bake it and have a baked custard. So this is not a new idea, but it's actually pretty versatile. when you're making it from food storage and you use so little ingredients and you can do so many different things with it, I think it's a pretty good idea to have around. You know, good little recipe to start off with. So it's starting to thicken. I just had to get rid of that whisk because it was too freaking loud. And you can also use evaporated milk. That's actually why I have this can here. But I already had a container of powdered milk that I had open, so I figured I'd just use that. But either way, it turns out really, really nice. If you happen to have some of that Goffner's shelf-stable cream, some of that in here is really, really good. And there you go. It's just a gravy. It's a sauce base. It's a soup base. You can use it for Alfredo. Go sweet. Make a custard out of it. Pour it over your biscuits. Pour it over your head. It's really good. See? Nice and thick. Didn't take very long to make. And actually tastes pretty good. Hot. Hot. That's pretty good. And beware, when you're using your chicken bouillon, it's pretty salty. So just add a little bit at a time. You can even add more even after it's, you know, become thickened if it's not quite as flavorful as you'd like. But I've poured this over pasta just as it is, you know, and added some canned chicken and, you know, some canned vegetables, and that's pretty good. It's a good start for one of your one-pot wonder meals too. There you go. Sauce base from food storage. Make whatever you want out of it, but make it and give it a try. And Bear, thank you so much for having this contest. Good luck to everybody who enters. Excuse me. I hope I win. Actually, I hope the person who wins really truly enjoys that grain meal, because I'm drooling over it and I'm having dreams of it over, you know, every night. So give it a try. Good luck, everybody. Thank you, Bear. And there you go.